5 burger patties, and I'm going to start topping those slivers on each of the burger patties. I actually even recommend eating your burger patties at room temperature and not piping hot, because that 80-20 ground beef is going to have a lot of fat in it. And again, any type of fat is easier to digest when it's cooled down. I would top that chilled egg salad with that chunk of butter already incorporated in it, and then top it off with a sliver of cold sliced butter. And this right here is going to give you smooth digestion. You're going to easily and enjoyably eat this meal with no issues, no nausea, and no heartburn. So again, if you are completely new to this high-fat lifestyle, I really would ease my way into it. Now we move on to high-fat meals that are higher in quality and better for my sensitive healers. This is pasture-raised bone-in short rib, and these will also be extremely supportive to the 1 stick of butter a day, but without the need for butter. Because there is so much fat in these beef short ribs, we can just have this as a standalone meal, and it's going to be enough fat for the day. So I'm going to be cooking these in the oven. I have lined a baking sheet with parchment paper, and I'm going to lay these beef short ribs across the parchment paper and put it in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I will be cooking for a total of 50 minutes. We're going to be needing eggs, some water, or honestly any liquid that you like. You can use bone broth, you can use milk. I'll just be using water for this egg pudding. You're going to need to get a pot of water to a boil while we prep the egg pudding mix. Any eggs will do. You can even do duck eggs, goose eggs, whatever eggs you want. It is just 1-to-1 ratio. So I'm matching it with water today. 4 eggs to the exact same amount in water into the egg pudding bowl. Then mix everything up really well. The more beat up this egg mixture is, the smoother your egg pudding texture will be. Once your water is to a rolling boil, you can turn down the heat. Carefully place your egg pudding bowl into the pot and make sure that it fits perfectly in there where you can still close the lid completely. And this is where I'm going to put a big old chunk of butter, because we're doing the high fat way of eating, and also this is when I was about to have my period, so I was definitely craving for more fat. But if you're doing the 1 stick of butter a day, this is a perfect way to sneak in those fats without really being able to tell or taste it. You can even put in some salt to really help with the cooking steaming process. Close the lid and steam for about 7+ minutes. You do have to kind of keep an eye on it, pat the egg pudding to check if it's a jelly pudding texture yet. But for 4 eggs, I usually steam for about 7 minutes on low-medium heat. Here's the finished product of the egg pudding after steaming for 7 minutes. And as you can see, I topped it with even more butter. So technically, you can actually sneak about 2/3 of a stick of butter, like I have here, into this dish alone. And if butter triggers you or inflames you, you can swap that butter and fat with ghee. And here's the finished product of the beef short ribs after cooking in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 50 minutes total. And here is a pro tip that I highly recommend you do, is to eat these ribs at room temperature.
Annotated and summarized. Easy to share with loved ones. The description below the title for this video has these summary points.